Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Susan for SLC Aquatics #FishFamMom live stream. And I hope everyone is having a great day. I want to say hi to Big Easy support group. Mark, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Whew. It's been a little hectic here this evening. Matter of fact, I left a water change going on in the fish room downstairs. I made a mistake rushing, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about hasty decisions. We're going to talk about second thinking, not doing your proper research before you act and purchase livestock or move livestock around. And it's best to always wait for your tanks to be cycled, or use an extra sponge filter from another aquarium and introduce it into your new tank. My blood pressure is better. Good. Mine is too. My heart is doing better. I can say it's doing better, but it still has issues. But I'm in the Lord's hand, and so are you. Amen. Pray for your continued improvement in your health. So when we make hasty decisions without proper research or patience in waiting for something, like a tank to cycle. Hello, Ed's picking up cichlids. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the live stream. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, because as always, you get motivated in the hobby and you get really stirred up and excited. And I've been looking for a little male blue-eyed bristlenose lemon, blue-eyed lemon bristlenose pleco. She's doing a notary. Okay, but happy birthday to her son. I was going to play happy birthday. I still might. My echo came back okay. Only have a fast heart rate. You got tachycardia. All right. And or is it a type of AFib you might have? We just hope and pray that the heartbeat settles down and comes out of that fast heart rate and begins to beat normal. Mine's low. So, and it shoots high. It gets what they call, I have bradycardia with moments of tachycardia. So it depends on what activity I'm doing. And there's times when I'm sitting and don't feel good. Like right now, I'm going to check my pulse because I just feel weird. Hello, Holly Gibbs. Welcome to the live stream, my dear sweet sister. Are you part of that flooding that's going on in Texas? I hope not. Please let me know you're okay. I'm 66 right now on my pulse, so that's good. Just have maybe a little low 25, high 350. What? Heartbeat? I didn't even know a heartbeat could beat that fast without exploding. That is crazy, Mark. Hello, Fish Fam Link bot. Hello, my fellow fin-loving friends. Holly says, no, ma'am, I'm all good. I'm in Illinois now. Well, I don't know when that happened. I'm just old and 66 and have no memory of where you are. I forgot you were in Illinois. Your heartbeat is 350. That is, I've never heard of that. But praying for you. That's cute, Holly. She says, Linky. Fish Family. And also, if you do get the benefits of the Fish Fam link by looking at streams and updated, I think, conventions and swaps and, you know, fish news and channel updates and all kinds of stuff. If you benefit from the Fish Fam link, I would like you to go over there to Fish Fam link and subscribe to their Patreon and give Matt a little support and his crew that are helping out, and I really appreciate them. I haven't shut down my website yet because I haven't had the time to actually download the blogs, and I want to download the blogs and not lose the pictures in the blogs and be able to re-upload them when I change my theme, because when I changed the theme the other day, I lost 24 blogs, and I don't want to do that. I know the blogs are in the old newsletters, and the newsletters, you can still pull up the newsletters if you go to I think you have to have an old email. Control now, blessed. Amen. Thank you, Lord. I know that was scary for you, Mark. I didn't know you were going through that. And I hope you have a support group around you that will send out a notification to your friends, even if it's in Messenger. That's a good idea. Same thing in the fish hobby. Hope Ed is still listening. Ed and I did a live stream talking about the fish hobby. If you end up having any kind of aquariums, you know, if it's like 3 behind me or a whole fish room with over 100 aquariums, we need to have some kind of last will and testament, and you need to have a support person that will actually, you know, help take care of your livestock after death if anything should happen to you. So it's something that we all need to think about as we get older. And people leave, you know, there's different grave sizes. So there's, doesn't matter if, it doesn't depend on age, you know. Death can happen to any of us at any time, no matter what our age, our financial status, or social status, whatever. So planning ahead, having a support group, that's a good idea, isn't it, Holly? And otherwise, you'll pass away, and so will your fish eventually. But that's not what we were going to discuss tonight. We're discussing, I'd like to pull it up so I can actually look at it. I don't have my phone. What is that? Oh, okay, a new desktop. I haven't used that feature. Anyway, my laptop downstairs, I'm going to have to put it in the shop because it won't take the Windows 11 upgrade. And I hope my honey's okay. Oh, he's just bringing something to the trash. He's outside riding the lawnmower, and he's thank God he's off of his cancer meds completely, but he's really struggling with weakness, exhaustion, lack of motivation. So and he has lost quite a bit of muscle tone and strength, so he's working on that, building that up slowly. And hey, Craig's Catfish Cave, how you doing? In Little Egypt Aquarium Club, Jeremy, how are you doing? Happy birthday. I need to play the happy birthday song. Also, today is Mary Ann's son's birthday, and then I won't be doing a live stream on the 3rd of April So let's see, what is that? Wednesday? 1, 2, 3. Thursday. Everything Aquatic Dina. So I'm going to take this time to play happy birthday to those that have had a birthday, going to have a birthday, and just enjoy.
Surprise! 1, 2, 3. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you. Surprise! 1, 2, 3. It's
Oh, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Some people said they got freaked out. I liked it because of the saltwater theme, not necessarily song, but Jeremy, you know I haven't had time to get over there to the website yet. I hadn't found my notes yet, but I do have some saved passwords, but I don't know if they still work or not, or if you need to double check, make sure I've got admin permission before I log in anyway. So if you haven't changed anything, I'll try to get on that soon. Well, hello there, Singonanthus Society. How are you doing? Singonanthus Society. Welcome to the live stream. I apologize if I butchered up your channel name. It should have been totally shut down. Oh, okay. I forgot you said that. So I will leave it alone. I forgot you said that. Thank you, Jeremy. So are you still using Facebook for anybody shopping? Just wondering. I'm a little behind in chat. Thank you, Dina, for your greetings. I've been on the website a couple times. No worries. It's a plant genus. Those darn Latin names. Yes. Thanks to Latin. Is it the most unused important language? Oh, hey Ramphonic, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Tonight we are talking about overthinking, hasty thinking, not having enough patience in the hobby, not doing our research before we actually purchase livestock. Jeremy says, if anyone wants something, I sell it, but just doing my regular customers. But if anyone wants stuff, I'm always here. Okay, got you, Jeremy. I know you got your hands in a lot of pots, and I hope and pray that all of them are very prosperous for you. I have the reason I want to talk about these subjects tonight about you get excited in the hobby and you want to hurry up and get a tank set up, and you want to hurry up and sometimes you're at a swap or a local club meeting or something, and you bring home fish or plants that you really weren't ready for, but you saw it and caught a really good deal. Like my Goodyear's eating all the plants in the tank, LOL. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Do you have to find something that they don't eat? I guess Goodyear's are as bad as my puppy, my water puppies, my shabumpkins. I can't have anything green in my pond or my 150 stock tub outside. I still call it a pond, even though it's a small pond. A friend of mine is getting ready to set up a pond that's actually on his church property, and it's got a lot of green water in it. So I told him to change out as much water as he could get out of it, and of course he didn't want to do that, and he doesn't have any kind of pumps except for what's on the filter that causes the waterfall. And I think he did clean that filter out the other day. I told him don't wash it out in anything with chlorine, chloramines in it, to wash it out in some of the old pond water, and then put it back in the filter. And he said there's some minnows in there, and I told him just go ahead and buy some feeder goldfish, about 5 of them, and put them down in there. He thinks it's about 150 gallon pond, and of course those goldfish may outgrow that area, but still I told him that they're pretty hardy fish, and they will eat algae and plants and anything else that can fit inside their mouths, because goldfish have no stomach, so they constantly are foraging and nibbling, except in the wintertime they do shut down. To my knowledge, I don't see them nibbling or anything. I still see them slowly swimming around. Even when the water freezes over on top, you can still see them slowly, swimming around. And it got down really low this past winter several times into the teens, and I think wind chill knocked it down even below 10. So we had some rough temperatures, but even the young ones survived in the 40-gallon tub. Hello, Diego. Welcome to the live stream. They survived even in the little tub, the 40-gallon. And, it is suggested that the fish have at least 2 feet, but the more the better, of depth to actually stay in with an air stone. So I put air stones in both stock tubs this past winter. I ordered a kit from the pond guy. Has a nice quiet pump with 2 really large, I have no idea what the diameter on those air stones are, but they produce quite a bit of air bubbles. And even though the 40-gallon still froze over, we had to chisel, Rod and I had to chisel the ice away a lot of times and bust the ice back open, even where the air stone was bubbling, because it created a stalagmite or I forget what the opposite. Stalagmite might be the one that's dripping down, but just had a fish splash the surface. It's probably a corridor. But I have to take care of this last one down here. It really needs a lot of help. It needs almost 100% water change. Like what you see, make it official, like and subscribe. Thank you, Fish Fam Link. So, Ramphonic, is there any plants that they don't eat, that the Goodyear's don't eat? So, I think the reason, I'm just going to be honest, with the fish fam. It happens all the time. And I think right now it's because I have such a busy schedule. I'm not able to get into my fish room to do what I really want to do. So I'm getting discouraged again about putting up more tanks and stuff. I eventually will, because I've got livestock in totes and buckets and tubs, and so if I'm not going to sell them and I'm going to keep them and breed them, then I need to set up healthy aquariums for them. So I'm trying to put up more, hook up more sponge filters in all of the tanks to help seed some sponge filters for new tanks. So that takes planning. And when you're in the hobby and you're going to have multiple tanks and you're going to set up new tanks, you need to plan ahead. What are you going to need? First of all, you need something to seed the new aquarium to help cycle it quickly so that you don't have the new tank syndrome. I have something going on in the tank with the peppered corridors right now. It's that brown, slimy algae growing all over the sponge filters, all over the sides of the tank, and even on one of the leaves of the Anubias plant that I have in there. And then in haste, I poured a bunch of aragonite, I think aragonite, the crushed coral, into a tank to put the bronze cories in. Well, they're not happy in there anymore. The water was still milky because I didn't rinse the crushed coral stone well enough. I did seed that aquarium with a sponge filter. My water transfer pump went out trying to do water changes over the weekend, waiting on a new pump to arrive before I can do any more now. Hope it arrives sooner than later. Well, I hope so too. And equipment failure. That's one thing, if you can afford it. And of course, Dina is long experienced in this hobby more than I am. And if you can, when you have to order a replacement equipment, if you can afford it, order two. And that way, like I ordered some aquarium heaters. I only needed one, but I ordered two. Norfolk Southern Ponds. Hello, Susan. Oh my goodness, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I am so happy to have you in the chat with us tonight. What a blessing. So good to have you with us. Yeah, we're talking about, see, I have water features. I have 150 gallon and 40 gallon stock tubs outside, and one that we took out of service because we thought it was leaking after a thaw out, and undoubtedly it was just maybe ice built up on the bottom of the tub. And I just replaced it. So now I've got two 40 gallons, and one of them I really don't know what I'm going to do because right now it's full of rainwater. If anybody's got any suggestions, I just dumped a bunch of rotting plants in there, and like the crypts that rotted, but I still had the rhizomes on the stems. They regrew. Yes, they regrew. And now I have beautiful 5 and 6 inch crypts in my aquariums, thanks to SLC Aquatics, because he sent me a bag full of them. But before I had a chance to get them open and in the aquariums, the leaves had melted and it was a mess. But I just left them soaking in these tanks up here. Next thing you know, the new leaves were coming. I started putting them in the substrate, and just, like I said, I've got 5 and 6 inch crypts now. I know there's 2 different species in there, but I don't know which ones they are. And I've still got a tank full of cherry shrimp that are producing like crazy. Oh, and babies, babies, babies in my 40-gallon. You know, the one that I completely broke down. I caught all of the fish, put them in a stock tub and or in a tote in the fish room, and I forget, maybe 5 or 6 water changes and gravel vacs in that tank. I treated it with Flourish Excel to get rid of the blackbeard algae. I got rid of most of it, and last week Ed's picking up cichlids let me know that rosy barbs will eat blackbeard algae. I know black mollies will, and I heard that Amano shrimp will. So I still may purchase some Amano shrimp and some rosy barbs from Ed. Oh, Dina says, yes, always get extra heaters if you can afford it. That has saved me many times over the years. And I've had, over the last 10 years, I've had maybe 3 heaters fail. I lost a whole 10-gallon tank of some expensive guppies that were fried alive. I'm sorry to say that. So my shabumpkins, I have 3 adult shabumpkins and 150, and they are spawning. I haven't seen any babies yet because it's a black, Rubbermaid tote, so it's hard to see babies, and sometimes the babies, the eggs fall into the filters, and I have to open up the filters to see if there's any babies growing up in there. Because since they've been spawning, one of my filters have slowed down, so I need to get in there, and once they start eating, that's when you get more mold buildup in your filters as well. So I'm getting ready, since the weather is so beautiful. It's going up almost into the 90s this week. So I'll be outside working, let me think, probably on Thursday and Friday to take care of that. I haven't rebuilt the overhead aquaponic filter yet. Got to go shopping. I want to buy a 1-piece instead of a 2-piece window planner, and ask my hubby again to drill some holes in it so that I can put waterfall tubes in it. And I'm going to be using different filter media this time. I'm not sure actually what I'm going to put in it yet. I might buy a bunch of what's it called? Is it K1 media, something like that, and put that in the filter along with some mechanical sponges that are kind of porous. So that's what my plans are for out there in the ponds. But like I said, I kind of got excited. My work schedule picked up, so I couldn't get done in the fish room what I wanted to do. So I was starting to get discouraged again and thought, I'm not going to add more tanks. I'm not going to add more livestock, but I still want more livestock. And the 40 that was under treatment for the fungus bacterial infection, I wanted to let you all know, after one heavy dose of that jungle cure that I forget what medicine's in it. Craig's Catfish Cave says, glad to hear Rod's finished treatment. I'm so happy for you guys. To the future without cancer. Love, Craig and Belinda. Thank you, Craig and Belinda. Thank you so much. And fingers crossed, thanking God more and more every day for life, health, and strength. And so proud of him He has really grown in his faith with God, his relationship with the Lord, and he's been able to help other people. He's had a couple relatives contact him with scares in their life, and he told them, face it, don't run from it, don't deny it, take it with faith, trust in God. God brought you that far. He's not going to leave you. Our faith is very strong, and appreciate your all's love, good thoughts, prayers, and best wishes. Dina says, I purchased these stakes to use as pleco caves, and I hope they work. Oh, those watering stakes. Oh, yes. That's what I use, Dina. I'm going to try to share that on the window. Okay. This is what she's talking about. And that's what I ordered, 8 of them. What did you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did you get 15? Oh, yeah, that's 15 for $27.48 in my area. I don't know what your area's price is, but that is awesome. That's what I use for my pleco caves. And even the 5 and 6 inch albino bristlenose plecos, both of them can get up in there. I don't know how they do it, but they do. And of course that male will sit on those eggs and watch over them and fan them. That's awesome. That is awesome. Craig's Catfish Cave says, believe it or not, I'm a Christian. I might swear and shout a lot, but I follow God. That's good news, Craig. It really is. You and Belinda be blessed. A lot of our conversations sometimes can get colorful, as they say, but we try. And me as a minister, I really don't try to even let slang come out, because some slang words can be misinterpreted, and I can talk to my husband with slang terms, but I don't want to do it on a public basis due to the influence that I have for my congregants. So agreed. Yep. Sometimes there's just not another word to express. And I think the Lord has a good sense of humor. It's just some terms that I will never say coming out of my mouth. That is just very distasteful. But I love you, and I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate your expression of your faith as well. Dina says, I have about 24. I've been growing out some long-finned green dragons and some long-finned albino, maybe lemon blue eyes, that are starting to mature. Because I'm tempted, Dina, to even though she is a normal fin, I know it will mess up the bloodline a little bit, but as long as we get the young reproducing, the genetics eventually, there might be, like with the common plecos, sometimes they'll throw brown, and sometimes or marbled, and sometimes they'll throw albino young. So you never really know. Some people want that mosh posh. Some people don't want that. They want you to prove their genealogy, blah blah blah. But as a home breeder, all I can say is I got mine from such and such. I chose to breed a long fin blue-eyed with a regular fin blue-eyed, so they will throw some long fin and some regular fins. That's all I can sell them as. So I don't sell livestock to get rich anyway. I sell livestock to encourage the hobby and to help the beginner or someone that might be searching for a hard to find fish, and I might have them in my fish room. I know one person wanted me to get some Orlando goldfish for them, and I see that now the Goldfish Council is doing a grow out competition. I think for 60 something dollars you get 3 young Orlando goldfish, and the competition is to feed them and to do their water changes and grow them as fast as you can and take pictures and turn them in, blah blah blah. There's a time and a place for everything. You're right, Craig. And some of us, like, I hold a higher position, so my standards have to be higher than everybody else's, even though what's there is for anybody who wants to pick and choose. You can get as much of God as you want. Amen. Dina says these were from a local source. She wasn't trying to breed and ended up with dozens of babies. That's what's going on in my 40 downstairs right now. When I did that water change, see, I always get sidetracked. When I did the water change and reintroduced the fish to the tank, I lost one gold barb, and then one gold barb started getting that white fungus saddle across its back. So that's why I treated it with the antifungal bacterial medication, and it's due for a water change. But in the midst of all of it, the male plecos began fighting. I was even teasing Rod and said, hey, you want to go put some money on to who wins what fight? And they dug up substrate. They reclaimed caves. It was just hilarious watching all of that go on. And now I have so many baby plecos all over the glass and substrate that the substrate is supposed to be black and gravel, but it's almost white with babies. Hello, dear. Rod's in from cutting grass. Dina says, I would love to have my fish room back, but I can't take care of an entire room like I used to do. I understand. So are you've got a couple tanks at the house that you're taking care of, Dina? Craig says, my biggest enjoyment in the hobby is making others get MTS. And if those that are in the chat don't know what MTS is, multi-tank syndrome. That's funny, Craig. Craig says, hi, Rod.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Craig, and hi, everybody.
And Craig's wife, Belinda, and him both rejoice over you being cancer-free and off your meds, and stay that way for the rest of your life.
Okay, if they say so.
He says, okay, if you say so. And Big Easy is saying fish, 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 and I know he bought the common plecos off of me, the marbled ones that throw the marble and the albino. So I don't know. I haven't spoken to him. Mark, how are they doing? Are they still breeding? Jeremy says hi, Rod. He's already in another room. Sorry, guys. I'll let him know, Jeremy. So, and Ed says hi, Rod. So Ed's still lurking. He's not saying much tonight, but when I get this, he looks amazing. Dina says, I currently have a 125, a 90, and a 55. May need to set up another 55 to split the plecos and have a few tetras and a couple ADF in a 10-gallon tank. What is an ADF? You'll have to, and I struggle to keep up with the maintenance. Yeah, but I'm sure they're healthy. They may not be show tanks, but I bet they're healthy breeding tanks. That's what happens. You know, a lot of people complimented me on how clear my tanks were, how pretty my tanks were. and I appreciated that. And then I went through a bad spell, not feeling good, picking up weight. African dwarf frogs. Oh, cool. In 10-gallon tanks. Ah, cool. So anyway, got my health went down, started picking up weight, getting depressed, mopey. There was months I did not go in my fish room except to throw food here and there, maybe once a week. But they were heavily planted. I would top the tanks off when they got too low. Cooking dinner for Marianne. Okay, Ed. Mwah. Enjoy. My angels are in the 90, and they are bickering for their corner for pairing off and breeding. I'm tempted, Dina. I need to get that proven pair. I really do. But I've got to get that 20 set up so I can move the Shelleys over. Yep. Anyway, y'all, see? Research, planning, patience. Y'all need to buy some of these angels off of Dina. That's what you need to do. And as soon as those blue-eyed plecos are big enough to ship. Thank you, Craig's Catfish. Gifted Susan for SLC Aquatics membership. Thank you, Craig's. Oh, you were gifted a membership, but you gifted yourself a Craig. All right, I didn't know that how that worked. Congratulations, Craig's. Fish family. Thank you, Craig's Catfish Cave, for gifting one membership. That's too funny. That's cute. But thank you. Oh, Sandust Aquariums was gifted a membership by Craig's Catfish Cave. Thank you, Craig. Try again. That's cute. And now the Fish Fam link is saying, thank you, Craig's Catfish Cave, for gifting one membership. That's sweet. I didn't know how it worked. I've seen people do 5 and 10. Oh, we got 15 minutes here, guys. Any more input on the importance of researching before you actually make a purchase of a livestock, getting that tank cycled, some quick ways to cycle? You can move decorations from another already established aquarium over into the new aquarium. The best way is to seed more sponge filters. You don't have to have air running through them because beneficial bacteria will go into the pores of the sponge filter just sitting there in the tank, and you can put that sponge filter over into your new tank, hook it up to air, and your tank should be already cycled. You don't want to introduce a large 25 fish school of 25 fish to that tank. You want to introduce 5 to 6 smaller fish in order to get it established. If you're adding larger fish, you want to put less larger fish in a new aquarium, giving the beneficial bacteria time to actually catch up with the bio load that is needed within that aquarium. Also, don't beat yourself up if you get discouraged in the hobby and you're sick and tired of doing water changes. You're sick and tired of dealing with sick fish, or you get tired of actually going in your fish room sometimes and they're not looking the best, and you just want your tank to look better, but you don't have the energy to actually do a water change and gravel backs and stuff like that. Just add more live plants if you use live plants. If not, you can do small water changes that will benefit the fish even though they will need a gravel vac eventually to get rid of the mulm that builds up sometimes on your substrate. But if you use live plants, feed less. Feed less. And if you're not seeing any fish death and your fish are not looking poor, you're good to go, to skip 3 days. And I told Rod that his beta is getting older. His abdomen is swelling. So I told him to fast him for 3 days to see if his swelling goes down. We don't know if there was overfeeding going on or if there's a bacterial infection going on or he's just aging, because he was an older beta that he purchased from the store. This is the one he's had the longest. The other two he bought from the fish store. I think within the week both of them were deceased. But this one he took time to let the tank age a little bit more. He left the corridors in there. He kept feeding the tank, doing small water changes. Getting older, I'd say. Yep, I think it's getting older too. And I told him when the abdomen swells, that's where their organs are. And sometimes that, but he's still eating, he's still swimming around, he's still fighting the corridors to nibble on the wafers. So, Rod's got he's got some good time still out of that fish. But I agree, Craig. And, just sometimes letting us know about it, so when it does happen, it doesn't hurt as bad. You're not as disappointed. The pet store betas have a rough start. I find most betas I buy die fast as well. Yeah, this was one that he took his time shopping for, and when he brought it home, it's lived the longest. I know he's had it over a year, if not longer. Yep, some make it and some don't. And so I told him, don't spend a whole lot of money on a beta from a box store, but from a local breeder or something, you might want to invest a little bit more. But we got to work on his 10-gallon a little bit too. It never has had adequate nutrients in it for his live plants to actually look healthy. His live plants look like there's minerals missing. He's used root tabs before, so we don't know what's up with that 10-gallon. But we're gonna improve it, and we might try different plants in there that don't require as much lighting and nutrients. Like he's had Java moss in there. He's had I think he's got a small Amazon sword in there. I don't think we've planted any hydrophila in there. He probably needs a small nano, Anubias nana, whatever. Getting imported betas from Thailand to Australia, our water is so different, and I found they do okay at first and then they go downhill. Yeah, I don't like paying for imported expensive fish. That's me. I'm a budget hobbyist, and there's other people who can afford that and probably have set up their waters months in advance to try to equal that. Maybe they have different testing kits that they use. I don't know. So, and the drip acclimation is always a good idea. And then some people just do different practices within the hobby. So I'm getting ready, guys, to wish everyone a good evening. I appreciate you for logging in. Even if you want to leave a comment later about the discussion on not making hasty decisions, always having patience to prepare the proper environment, the tank, substrate, plants, cycling your tanks before you introduce your livestock. So I know my 40-gallon, even though the plecos have been breeding, when I do a water change, I always add stress zyme, which is liquid beneficial bacteria, to the aquarium. I think I'm going to go get some Quick Start as well. And Quick Start has a little bit of more nutrients, more minerals in it, as well as the beneficial bacteria. And I'm going to start putting more sponge filters in the tanks, even if they're not hooked up to air right now, so I can seed my new aquariums that I'm getting ready to set up. So still got to clear out the fish room of a lot of junk. I got to organize it. I got to set up where I'm going to put my partial water change system. I may eventually get another rack system going to where I can actually have at least the racks under auto air, under larger pumps. So I'm just trying to get the game plan going before I actually put it into action, and then doing a little bit here and a little bit there. And after the Easter holiday, things slow down just a little bit, but every month in the spring and summer speeds up. And then I used to look forward to fall, getting a couple months break just before our Christmas celebrations, but that doesn't happen anymore. But I appreciate you all. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics, #FishFanMom. I appreciate you being here. You know I love you, and God bless you. Bye-bye.